exercise that we'll be doing forward. I'll be recording it so that I can post it on YouTube also, and a lot other people can access it. So welcome everyone, whoever's seeing me, whether on Facebook Live or YouTube or anywhere. We are doing Overcoming Fears, Build Confidence 30 Days Challenge. And as part of this challenge on day 14, this is a separate exercise that I'm doing. The day 14 video that I have, I'll be posting it. I think it's already posted on YouTube, yeah. So it's there, the fear that I am working on day 14. But this is a separate exercise which I learned from Tim Ferris, and it's really powerful, because when I did this exercise, I got the confidence that yes, I can do more. Okay, and I am sure this will bring a lot of confidence to you also. So if you have a pen and paper, make sure that you have something to write on so that you can do the exercise along with me. And as you're doing it along with me, I would really appreciate, so this will take around 45 minutes to do, so make sure that you're available for the next 45 minutes. And as you're doing it, I would like you to share also in between. If you're comfortable, share. Otherwise, we can just go ahead doing the exercise and then you can let me know in the end. Okay? Clear, everyone? Are you clear? iPhone, hi, are you clear? All right. So what I will do is I will be sharing my screen, and on the screen, you will be able to see the mind map on which I have charted out the entire exercise. Okay. So this exercise is called fear setting. So why fear setting? So Tim very beautifully, he has said, it's part of his TED talk that he had given in 2017 or 19, one of the years. And in that, he said that all of us work towards goals. Like if you've read Atomic Habits also, he talks about don't worry too much about reaching goals. Worry about the systems that you create that will help you to reach your goals in a powerful way. Tim Ferris talks about that you should do a goal setting exercises where you know, like say for example, I want to earn 3 lakh rupees per month. I want financial freedom. I want amazing relationships with my family. I want a perfect weight. I want perfect health in my life. And I want to live a disease-free life. So you can have goals in life, a lot of amazing goals. I want to have an amazing career. I want to do something of my own where I'm not stuck in 9-to-5 jobs. So these are all the things that you look at yourself as goals. So having goals is awesome. It is wonderful. But at the same time, what happens is there is something that stops you from going towards that goal. Do you agree with it? If you agree, type agree in the chat. Yes, there is always something that stops you from even imagining and dreaming. So even if you have to dream something big, there is something inside of you that stops you from moving towards it. Thank you, Karnam, for being such an amazing participant and responding. So what stops you? There is only one word to say it, and it is fear. So what Tim says that do a goal setting exercise. Of course, write your goals. But when you are doing that, you should also do a fear setting exercise where you work on the most prevalent fear in your life and you see how its impact can be reduced from your life. Okay. Fear and procrastination. Yeah, they say that it goes hand in hand. But you know something, there is fear of procrastination also that people have. I have suffered it a lot in my life, and I realized that I'm not procrastinating because I want to procrastinate. I procrastinated because I was scared. I was shit scared what will happen if I started taking actions. Yeah. So when you have fears in your life, how do you slay it? How do you deal with it? How do you make sure that something you do in your life and it will take your fear portion low, and it increases your courage and action taking in life, because that's what you want. The only reason why you want fear to go away from your life is because you want to be able to take action, so that you are able to be bold enough and courageous enough and have the right support that yes, I can do it. And the biggest person who resists and the biggest person who says no is your own mind, is your own internal belief that says, no, I can't do it. So how are we going to handle this? Let's look at it. So if you wish to look at Tim Ferris's video, this is the link. I'll put the link in the description of the YouTube video and also in the Facebook group, but this is the link. It's called Fear Setting Exercise by Tim Ferris. All right. So if you've taken a notebook, make sure that you come on a blank page. So do you have a blank page? So make sure that there is a blank page and you are writing on it. Okay. So on page 1, this is the first thing that you need to do. List top 3 things that you fear the most. Okay. So what are the top 3 things that you fear the most? Say, for example, what if I quit my job? All right. So it helps if you write it, what if I? Okay. So it begins with what if I? What if I confronted my boss? What if I asked for help? So whatever that you fear in your life, put it like this. So write the top 3 fears that you have. What if I spoke the truth? What if I invested money? What if I took the risk of expressing my true emotions to someone I love? Okay. So whatever your top fears are, write top 3, or you could just take one for now if you feel top 3 is too much to do, but have one clear statement. And if you've written it, let me know in the comments by saying done. Okay. So the fear that I wrote last time was, what if I confronted my boss? Yeah. And I was so scared. For the past 6 months, I had been avoiding it because I wanted to talk. And I was not so scared of approaching my boss, and I didn't do it. But then when I saw the fear setting exercise, I started doing it and I did the entire exercise, and my fear was gone and I was able to confront my boss. So done. So if you're done, whatever your top fear is, or top 3, top 1, you could write those. Okay. So it has to begin with what if I change my career at this age of 50, can I succeed? Great question. Absolutely amazing question, Mr. Karnam. All right. Now, what you do next is you need to define what is the worst that can happen if I did. So say, for example, I wanted to confront my boss. So what is the worst? To define it for you in one statement. What is the worst that can happen if I confronted my boss? What is the worst that can happen if I change my career at the age of 50? What is the worst that can happen? Just write it for yourself. All right. And write at least 10 points. Okay. Write the whole list of what is the worst that can happen. Like when I did this, I was writing what is the worst that can happen if I confronted my boss. My boss will start hating me. My boss will stop talking to me. My boss will not like me. I will not like myself. I might lose my job. I might not be okay. So, I wrote all of these things down. So write at least 10 points. What is the worst that can happen if I, and your fear in the rest of the question. And once you are done, you can let me know. Hello. Yes, who has joined right now? I can see iPhone. Can you rename yourself, please? Okay, so you're done. So you've written 10 points. Were you able to write at least 10? Great, great. So you know that these are the 10. You've defined your fear in this way. What if I gave up my career at this? You've written 5. Try and write. So if you want, do this exercise again. All right. See this recording again, or you can see actually the original Tim Ferris talk and do it again and write at least 10, because that way you will be able to rationalize and really bring out what is it that's stopping you. Okay. So when you write as many points that's coming to your mind as what is the worst that can happen, you will see the reality in front of you. You know, when you write it down, it comes out on you on paper, and it's not just something that is in your mind. You can see it and write in front of you. Okay, that's the benefit of expressing and writing out fears, particularly, and a lot of your negative emotions. Right? Now, the next thing that you need to do is what can you do to prevent each of the bullets for define. So whenever you write the define, so say for example, the worst that can happen if I confronted my boss is that he might stop talking to me. Okay. So you need to reduce the likeliness of a negative reaction coming. So what is it that I have to do? So it might not be so harmful to me. It might not be so drastically bad. So then what I did was I started thinking of how will I communicate in the best possible way so that he doesn't feel like I'm attacking him, so that it doesn't sound like a bad confrontation, and that he understands my point of view. So what happens is then when you start thinking about how can I prevent the worst fears, you start thinking about preventive measures, and you start thinking about how better can I communicate? How can I make my fear risk free also? How can I ensure that I am safeguarded and yet I'm able to take action? Okay. So Karna, would you like to give an example of what you wrote under define? You could type or you could unmute and speak.
For the first question, what is the
Worst.
that can happen? I may lose job. I may get financial trouble. I want to. I may become long time unemployed.
Long
term unemployed.
Absolutely.
Due to no financial freedom, I may not get respect in society.
Absolutely. Amazing points. And absolutely true. Absolutely true, right? Now, what can you do? So if you look at each of these points, what can you do to prevent the likeliness of it happening the worst? So the worst case scenario doesn't happen. What is it that you can do? All right. Are you able to think of points?
I want to create conflict at the workplace. I want to upgrade my skills. I want to generate my passive income.
Absolutely.
I want to create wealth. I want to create wealth.
Absolutely. See, so now you have thought of the worst case scenario, and now you're also thinking about possibilities. Okay, write it down, write all of these things down. So against each of the worst case scenarios, start writing. How can you reduce the likeliness of the worst impact of what if I? Yeah. And once you are done, you could let me know in the chat that you're done. Thinking about the worst case scenarios is really, really important. So whenever you're thinking about what is the worst that can happen, what is the worst that can happen, a lot of us stop only there. We only stop thinking about what is the worst that can happen. Then you get even more scared and then you don't do anything about it. Now, this is where the fear setting exercise is different from how a lot of us live. Would you agree? Would you agree that you start thinking of, I want to change something in my life. And then automatically your mind starts thinking of what is the worst that could happen if you took that step in your life. And then that is where most of us stop. we don't go beyond it. Yeah. Yes. And all of us will agree. When I did this exercise, I was like, absolutely. I just stopped at what is the worst that can happen. I never went beyond it. And that is where this exercise is powerful, because it helps, it shows you that now take the next step. So the next step is, what is it that you can prevent the worst case scenarios in your life? What are the possibilities? So now you have taken out all of the worst that could happen out on paper. And now you start thinking about, okay, what is possible? What could be possible? What could be possible in my life? Okay? Because then you are putting your mind out of fear and into action. Okay? So once you've done that, now you have to answer these for yourself. What can I do to repair the damage if the worst case scenario happened? So you are even going deeper into understanding what is really stopping you. Okay? So say, for example, if I confronted my boss, he might stop talking to me completely. What can I do to repair the damage if that worst case happened, that he stopped talking to me, he doesn't like me coming and talking to him regularly, or him or her regularly? So what can I do to repair that damage? Is there something that I can do? Has someone else been also able to solve a scenario like this? And the likelihood is very high that someone else is able to do that. Whom can I ask for help? So list down all of your solutions. Okay. So if you know that your worst case scenario are possibilities in your life, you have thought about how you can prevent it. But in case if it does happen, what can you do to repair it? Okay. So, for example, before I confronted my boss, I spoke to a lot of people to understand what is the best time, what is the best way, how should I approach, and I waited. I didn't immediately go and say I want to talk to him, and I knew that my boss was not ready for the confrontation, so I waited till the time he himself said, "Okay, let's talk about it," and only then I went and spoke. So, waiting was very painful because I had to wait for a really, really long time. But once I spoke and I expressed, I was able to repair the likely damage that could have happened if I wouldn't have waited. Yeah? So, yes, do you want?
Direct discussion will remove conflict.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It is the only best way. Direct meeting, it is the best way.
Yes. So also in your context, if you're saying that the worst that can happen is I might lose my job. Okay. So what is it that you can do to repair the damage? And so what could be one of the possibilities? Have you thought of it?
If I lose job, I want to search another job. So before that, I want to get some emergency fund for 3 to 6 months. So I want to, from now itself, I want to start investing in myself and upgrade my skills continuously.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that is fantastic, because rather than thinking about what is the worst that could happen, now you're thinking about, if I start saving enough, if I create an emergency fund, if I started upgrading my skills, when I launch myself, when I begin what I want to do, then it will not be such a big threat. Okay. So then losing the job or leaving the job or quitting your job will not be a very damaging situation in your life. It is, and it will not be something that you have just taken a decision without thinking. You have thinking about all the possibilities, and you are working on your fear and moving one step ahead. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. This is such a great interaction. Thank you so much, Karnam, for that. Now that you finished writing this on page 1, now let the page 1 be closed and go to page 2. Okay. And this is important. Yeah. So on page 2 is what you do is you write down what might be the benefits of an attempt or partial success. What good could happen? Okay. So if you took the action, and if you started your own business, or you started learning your skills, or you let go of your the work that you're doing, what would be the benefits for you? So start writing that down. Okay. What might be the benefits of an attempt or a partial success? What good can come out of this? So now write down all the good points that would come out. Say, for example, me expressing what I truly felt was very, very important. So what good came out is I got a lot of clarity. I got a lot of clarity of how I should work ahead, how I should be dealing with my relationships, how I should work on making good happen in life. Yeah. And I realized that I can deal with every kind of person. So that I knew that something good would come out of it. And I experienced a lot of peace and happiness in my existence, in my thought, in my actions, and at my workplace also. And I love my work. I love the people that I work with. And I actually started getting more respect for being who I am. So, and it is not all that bad. It's all a matter of how we can communicate with humility, how we can communicate with a lot of love and respect, even if we have differences. So that is what I learned in the process. The huge benefits of doing what we fear the most and taking the step towards and taking mindful and thoughtful steps towards a different life. So what might be the benefits of an attempt or a partial success? What good could happen? Yes, were you able to list them down?
Yes, ma'am. I finished it.
Great, great. So are you feeling a little better now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you
Uh,
start feeling a better.
I am now. I am feeling more better.
Much better. Yeah, because that's the whole idea, that you are working on your fear, you are really breaking it down, and now you are turning your fear into something that becomes manageable, something that your mind starts believing that, yes, we can work with it. We can work with it. Okay. So that's page 2. And if you want, write even more longer list. Okay. What are all the benefits? I will start my own business. I will have financial freedom. I will have the kind of money and lifestyle that I want. So, there are a lot of um, benefits of taking the action that you want in your life. I will have great confidence. I will have independence. Okay. I will have my own authority. I will be my own voice. I will be able to express powerfully. I mean, there is a whole long, beautiful list of what is possible. Okay.
Okay.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm muting you just so that it gets recorded clearly. Yeah. Don't mind me. So now on page 3, what you need to do is write what is the cost of inaction. If you don't do anything about it, if you don't take action, what is the cost that you will pay emotionally, physically, and financially in your life? Okay. Also, go a little in depth. How would you feel 6 months from now if you do not take any action? How would you feel 1 year from now if you do not take any action? How would you feel 3 years from now if you do not take any action? Okay. And if I completely avoid taking action, what might my life look like? Okay. And as I said, the whole thing that fear does to us is it does not allow us to take the actions that we want to take in life. That's what fear is. So fear stops you, but you need to ask yourself that, yes, I am scared. I have this fear. But if I do not take action just because I'm scared, what is it going to cost me? Yeah. So do it. So emotionally, what it will cost me, physically, how it might cost me, financially. And also really break it down. 6 months from now, 1 year from now, 3 years from now, how would your life be if you just didn't do anything about the fears that you have? And if I keep avoiding, if I keep procrastinating, and if I don't take action, how will my life be? Will there be any change? Will it just be the way it is? Will I feel any better by not taking any action in my life? When I asked this myself, and I realized that the cost of inaction is very high, because I was going literally mad. I was like, I am not expressing, I am not speaking the truth, I'm not being authentic towards myself, and it didn't feel right for a long time. And 3 years from now, I couldn't imagine having that feeling. So I was like, no, I need to act. I need to do something about it right now. And I need to confront whom I need to confront in my life. Yeah. So once you're done, let me know, done in the comments. Or you could unmute and let me know. Okay. Now, all right. Great, great. Wonderful. Now, rate your fear on a scale of 1 to 10. So before you did this entire exercise, what was your fear? So 1 will be low and 10 will be very high. And now after you have gone through this entire process where you have really broken down your fear and put it under a microscope, where is your fear now? So let me know where your fear is. Increased from 5 to 8. So has your fear increased or has your fear decreased? If it is increased, then, then we need to do something about it. You could unmute and speak.
My clarity is increased. Fear is decreased. Clarity increased. Fear is decreased.
Amazing, amazing. So that's the whole idea. Now, the whole aspect of working with your fears is that it is not easy to do. And if you look at this quote that Tim Ferris gives in his speech, he says that easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. All right. Working with your fear is not an easy choice. It's a hard choice to make. But when you make these hard choices and you keep working on it every single day, only then your life will be easy. But if you choose to live your life very easy, not do anything about, and be in the state of inaction, you are going to have a hard life and you will not be happy and satisfied in your life. Okay. So the whole idea of this exercise is to not do it once and forget it. So he has suggested that you should do it at least, if your fear is really, really high, do it once a month. So if you've done it now with me, and if you feel that I need to go in detail, do it again. So either see the recording or see the Tim Ferris video and do the entire exercise again. And as you start taking actions, your fear will only increase. Do it again after 1 month and do it at least once a month every time. Okay, so every time you will do it, you will realize that whenever fear puts you in a state of inaction, you do this exercise, bring your fear down, you bring your thought and your intellect up, and you start taking action. Yeah. So, okay, let me share the video link. Do you want it immediately? I'll share it right now. It's there in the... Okay, and my recording also, I will put it on, it's there on the Fear Self-Transformation Mastermind group. This will automatically get uploaded. And I will also put it on YouTube and share the link. Okay. So any more questions? iPhone or Mr. Kandam, do you have any questions, anything that you want to share?
No,
You
it is
bought the book
great.
Atomic Habits. Very good. Do read the book Atomic Habits. And in my coaching program, I actually, my entire journaling program is about changing habits. So that's what I teach in my journaling course, how to practice certain things in your life so that you have better habits in life. And journaling is one of the powerful habits that a lot of successful people follow. I started journaling and took it up as a profession, as a second career because of Atomic Habits, because of James Clear, because he writes every day, and because he has a certain way of journaling, he has got the massive results in his life. And his productivity is like a very less. So I also realized that my productivity increased multiple times when I began journaling. Yeah. So that's how I began with my journey. I'm a power journaling coach. If you're interested in knowing more about my programs, send me a message and I will give you more information about it. And I'll also put it under in the description under the video. Okay. So thank you so much for being here. I really enjoyed doing this exercise with all of you, and I hope that you are able to benefit from this and that you continue with the 30-day challenge. Trust me, do the challenge, give 10 minutes, somehow take out 10 minutes from your schedule and do it every day, and you will experience a difference in your life. And in case you need a one-on-one session or anything, just DM me, let me know about it. Let me know in the comments, and I shall share my details with you. Okay. So thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good night. And I shall see you tomorrow. And the day 14 task of fear of letting go, that also I'll be putting in the group and on the YouTube channel. So check it out and do the 30 days video. And you know what I realized right now, as I was doing this exercise with you, that I was also very, very scared. And now I have decided that I'm not going to stop with just doing 30 days. I will do as many videos, as many days as I can. And I think I will go up to day 100 just to show that it is all possible. And I want to go past my fears. So I'm going to take this up as a 100 days challenge. Let's see how many days I reach. But 30 definitely I'm going to do because I've already planned it out. Okay. So see you tomorrow. See you in the video.
Okay.
I will see you again on day 28. Okay. So on day 28, we will look at more advanced strategies of how you can work with your fear. I will teach you some other strategies also, that when you are expressing or experiencing a lot of fear and anxiety, there are certain things that I follow of how you can bring them down. All right. So thank you very much for being here. See you on day 28. Yeah. So
Thank you,
7
ma'am.
to the 14th. No, not day 28, day 21. I will see you on day 21, not day 28. 28 also, but on day 21. So a week from now, I will meet you all again. Okay.
Thank you, madam.
Thank
Great
you. Thank you
session.
for being
Thank you.
here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here.